Hello, welcome to Culture and Identity. My name is Jennifer Jopute, and today I am so delighted and grateful to have with me here Ustaz Lino from the tribe of Balanda. And today we are going to learn about Balanda tribe, where they are located, and so many good things about the Balanda people. I know you like that, and I also like it too. Let's have it done. Hello, welcome. Like I told you before, today we are having an amazing and a beautiful person from the tribe of Balanda. Ustaz, you're most welcome. Marhab fi program tanna.
Thank you very much for welcoming me in this program of culture and identity. I'm very delighted to be with you here and explain myself. And to begin with, I'm called Lino Philbert Nyaro. I'm a Balanda by tribe and Balanda Bor. I am here in my capacity as the Secretary General of Balanda Development Community.
Wow. Wow. So you're welcome to our program. Usually we have this program to learn about a particular culture, and we are so happy that we are learning about Balanda, and I'm sure you're very proud of your culture, as we all are. Su'al taigro later. Balanda de umun mugassami de kam. Location to mun wen fi Junub Sudan ini.
Basically, we as Balanda, we are located in two states. Western Bahr Ghazal State and Western Equatoria State. And in Western Bahr Ghazal, you find us two type of Balanda. Balanda Bor is from where I am, and the other Balanda are called Balanda Viri.
Balanda Viri.
And these Balanda Viri, when you take them in Western Bahr Ghazal, you may find some in Demziber, which is a long way from Wau to Raja, and sometimes they do identify themselves as Ajuku. They are in Demziber. And then you come west of Wau town, you get another section of Balanda. They are called Balanda Viri, and they are from Wau. You go to Natabu, you go to Bagari, you go to Farajalla, you go to Ngisa, you go to other areas there, they are there. And then when you are going south of Wau to Bazia, you begin facing Balanda Bor. And the Balanda Bor, they start from the across River Sawa when you go to Gedi and Burtaban, Burgitan, Burayo, and you go to Bazia, you go to Rafili, and from there you go up to Bo, and you go to Tombura in Western
Equatoria.
Western Equatoria.
Okay.
There where you go and get some of the Balanda Bor, they are there. They are in Mopoi, they are in Nagadegera, and they are in Nagero. These are the area where we are situated, we are located in South Sudan.
Wow. Did they speak the same language?
No, they speak two different languages.
Oh, okay.
The Balanda Bor, they speak similar to those of Lua.
Oh, the Luo speaking.
The Lua is speaking.
Yeah.
And then the Balanda Viri, they may speak and they share the same language with other tribes like Ndogo or Bai in Western Bahr Ghazal.
Yes.
These are the two main languages that the Balanda speaks.
Wow, that's really good to know.
And we are common in everything, especially when in culture, and we can elaborate more about it later on.
Wow, wow.
Okay.
I'm really excited about it already. So you already talked about your location and the language the Balanda people speak. I'm just curious to know, are Balanda people cattle keepers or they are farmers?
Basically, our people are farmers, but they do keep some goats, chickens for daily consumption. And they don't keep them in good numbers.
In good numbers.
That is why in South Sudan here, you don't hear that the Balanda are having problem of cattle raiders and so forth.
Wow. So what are some of the crops, the food that the Balanda people cultivate?
Our people are very skillful in subsistence agriculture. So that is why they plant sorghum, maize, groundnuts, simsim, in good quantity. And then there are also some other crops like eggplant, watermelon,
Yeah.
and they also grow fruits of different types. Jawava, lemon, all these fruit they make it.
يلا من مأكولات ديل كله يتو أكل مفضل تاع بلاندا في مناسبة تاع بلاندا لازم كان في مناسبة كان cultural ولا modern لازم أجري أكل ده بكون في like the favorite food.
The favorite food that is always served on the table is like mula kombo, and we are famous of it. Taban kombo is coming from our place, and we are the people manufacturing it.
Yes.
Thank
you, by the way.
This mula kombo is must be there, and then some other dishes like they cook meat in a different way. Dry, and then with the soup. These are there, and then there are some delicious food that can be served aside. Like cassava, like bambe. These are also food they can put aside the table, and you take it with this one with the groundnut paste, which is dakwa. This one they give to you.
Wow.
But traditionally, the best food that will given to a very extraordinary guest is what we call ngongo. When you are served with that one, that means you have been given a special food and you have been recognized.
Wow, ngongo is really very famous, I think, in also most tribes do that.
But they will not give you anyhow.
Oh, it will
unless
honor.
Unless you are a honored guest.
Yes. Wow, I'll be waiting to go and visit my Balanda friends. Please prepare ngongo.
You will get it.
Wow,
sure.
This is really good, Ustaz. This is a very good information for our viewers. And let's move a little bit from food to welcoming of a new child in a family. In every tribe, they have ways of welcoming a newborn baby, or in other words, say naming ceremonies. What are some of the process or procedures or things that will be conducted during a naming ceremony or during welcoming a new child in the family?
Do you mean the firstborn or any child?
Any child.
So, when a Balanda woman gave birth to a child, we have some tradition that she must undergo. First of all, they will remain inside the hut until the umbilical cord fall down. And mostly it will take 3 days.
Yes.
And then after that, when it has fallen, then they will be brought out in a ceremony.
Yeah.
There is food to be cooked, and it is only simsim. They will cook it in a way that it will produce oil. And then they will make a porridge, and then she will be given that to eat later on. When she is coming out from the room where she has been for 3 days, if the child is a boy, she will be given an axe.
An egg?
An axe of cutting wood.
Yes, yeah.
And then she will put the axe on her shoulder, and then she begin to crawl from inside to outside and go and sit on the mat that is being prepared for her there.
Yes.
And
just to cut you short, is there a meaning of putting that axe on the soldier?
Because we are now beginning to train this boy that you are a man and you will be responsible for your family.
Yes.
And this is one tool that you will begin to establish your family with it. You will go and cut wood, you come and build a house and so forth.
Wow.
So axe is very important for any villagers of a Balanda.
Wow.
So you must find him having an axe. Because traditionally we depend on the forest. We get everything from the forest. We don't buy from the market. You go and get wood, you go and get grass, you go and get everything, you come and you build. And even if you want to make furnitures, it is only the X will help you to go and cut the wood. You come and make chairs, make stools, make whatever you want to make. All these type of furnitures. We have local made of furnitures like that.
Wow.
So that is a symbol of manhood given to the child already. And then if the child is a girl, then the mother will be given a broom. Mukshasha. She will come out with that broom also, crawling with the broom and sit on the mat. And this also showing that this girl, when she grows up, she must take responsibility of her house as a wife.
I really love that.
So this, and then for the naming system, most of the cases we name our children after our ancestors. Okay, and if there is somebody in the family and he passed away, so we want his name to continue, so we will give the name to that child according to the sex. And some occasion we have children who are born after so many children have died, or after the child was born and then the mother died, she will be given a name on that particular situation. And the name can be in Jinao because the child was born and the mother died. So they say in Jinao, means she has killed her mother in that meaning. So it is. So these names are there in our tribe. And there are also names given with the some of natural disaster. If there is a kind of natural disaster like famine happen in a particular year, and children were born in that year, they will also be given names of that particular event. So these are the naming system in our tribe. But otherwise, only it is a repeated name of our ancestors. Going on. So you get my name like Dufan. We had another grandfather there who is called Dufan, and then I was named after him. And I have my son who is called Ungom. I named him after my grandfather who is called also Ungom. So this thing will go rotating like that. This is our system, not like the other people. They give the firstborn has a special name and the secondborn has a no. We don't know like that. And then on top of that, we have our Christian names. So most of the Balanda or people from Waf, we are Catholic. So that is why during the baptism, we are given also a Christian name.
Do you have a special name for twins?
Yes, we have a special name for twins. And if they are boy and girl, we can say Ungom, Angom.
Ungom, Angom. That's a cool one.
If we can also say Ufendi, Afendi.
That's a really nice name.
We can say Afo, Ufo.
Afo, Ufo.
Asin, Usin.
Wow.
These are names for the twins.
Wow. I am so excited and I'm overwhelmed with this beautiful information we are getting from Ustaz here. But we will go further. Let's go for a short break. And once we are back, we will ask about marriages. And that's what all of us have been waiting for. Let's go for a short break. When we are back, we will continue with Ustaz.
You are welcome.
Thank you. Welcome back from that short break, and before we went for the break we were talking about naming ceremonies and celebration of welcoming newborn baby, but now we are moving on a little bit to marriages. Ustaz, Marhab Maritani.
Yes.
So, how do people start initiating marriages in the Balanda?
As you know, marriage is an institution that given to people by God. And in our culture as Balanda, marriage is a process. We start in the early stages that by booking the future wife. You see, in most cases, the elders will begin to monitor the boys and the girls. So anyone may select a girl with a good behavior or certain characters that has admired him or her, so that she may go and book that lady for the boy.
Yeah.
And the sign of doing this, you will go and cut a leaf of a tree. As you are passing by the house of that particular lady, you will go and fix it up there.
That's the sign.
That's the sign. Then people begin to know that there is something going to develop here, and we don't know that is what.
Yeah.
Then later on, the relatives will send delegates to that house to explain why they have thrown that leaves there.
Yeah.
Then they will say that we have thrown that means we have booked this particular girl for our son. So from that day on, they will know that this lady is booked for this boy. And then in their normal leisure time, they will begin to interact occasionally, or in no occasion they meet where they work, where they develop their relationship bit by bit, and people are watching them. When time comes by for them to get married, then the parents of the bridegroom will send two hosts. This host is very important for us in marriage.
Yeah.
So they will send these two hosts in a plate covered by white cloth, and then some amount of money will be put on that hoe, and then they will take it early in the morning to the house of that bride.
Is it a big amount of money, or anything that you can afford?
Anything reasonable.
Yeah.
Anything reasonable. And then from there, they will stay there early in the dawn when people are not yet out. So when people begin to come out in the morning, they will find that woman sitting there. So they will welcome her and they will ask her, "Why are you here?" She said that I came with this hoe to bring it after your daughter so and so, among the daughters in the house.
Yeah.
So they will call the particular daughter, and then they will say, "Do you know these people?" They will say, "Yes, I know them." "Do you have any relation with them? Do you have any plan?" They say, "Yes, we have an agreement to marry each other." Then they will say, "If it is like that, take this inside." So they will take the hoe inside, and then an arrangement will be made for the gathering of the people to come to discuss the marriage. So mainly, what I charge, these two hoes, and then they will have items to be brought in kind for the father and the mother. For the father, they will bring a chair, and they will bring a table, and they will bring a lamp. For the mother, they will bring a mat, like a birish or a asira, and then they will bring firka, which is like top.
Yeah.
And then for the public, they will bring cigarette.
Oh, for everybody now.
Cigarette for everybody now to this one. There are some demands in cash form, money. First of all, they will demand money which is called fatakashum, opening of the mouth.
Yeah.
To open the mouth of the in-laws, you have to put something.
Right.
And then that money will be divided on a spot to everybody who is around, who
Yeah.
attended the occasion.
In front of the
In
in-laws?
front of after the in-laws has
There.
gone.
Okay.
Of that. So they will give it small amount to
Yeah.
everybody who was around in the ceremony.
Yeah.
And there are money to be charged like hagatagia. These are the cap dues, and these will be given to what? To the father. There also money for full dress. Or they may say that if you know the size, you can bring them in kind. You can bring the dress. Full dress means full suit and shoes.
Yeah.
And then also, for the mother, they will say there is a money which is called hagaleben, milk dues
Yeah.
for breasting, feeding
Yeah, the child.
the child. So you pay that money, and she also has a money for full dress.
Oh.
And then you pay that money, or you bring the dress in what? In kind. These are money to be paid. And then there is a dowry.
So that one-
the bride price.
Yes.
It's called the bride price. And that one is a symbolic amount of money. And then you can pay something reasonable. You don't pay it all. And we have a custom that this money can be paid by generation.
Yes.
And you can pay, your children can come and settle the balance. It is not necessary that you pay the dowry or the bride price at once at a go.
Yeah.
So you pay something half, and then in the future, this money also you will pay it and you finish.
Wow.
So when this happen and people agreed, then a day will be set for the celebration. And usually we then make it during the rain season.
They don't make it during the
During the rain season,
because people are farming.
people are farming, and there is rain also will interrupt people.
Yeah.
So in our tradition, there is no marriage during the rainy season.
Wow.
Unless after when people have finished with the farming and with the harvesting,
Yes.
and then people will go to celebrate any marriage that has been postponed.
Wow. That's really a good
this is-
information.
But in the town, things have changed a
Changed,
lot.
yes.
Aye.
Yes.
And well, we mostly have our traditional marriage. So we end up in the house
Yeah.
celebrating, and we can dance to the tune of our culture, our this one, our dance. Or we can also bring some instrument and then we play.
Yes.
Aye.
Yeah.
Or we can bring also those singers to sing for us, live band,
Live band,
and
yeah.
then we enjoy the occasion.
This is really beautiful.
Some other people may go far beyond this, they go to the church, and then they begin to adopt Western culture into our traditional marriage. So
That
you find after that things has mixed. But when it goes to the church, then you put in your mind that Western culture is going to overlook the traditional marriage, even though it has finished in some earlier stage at home, but in the church, and if people are going to any dancing hall, and then things are there different. That is no longer a Balanda culture.
Wow.
It is something itself.
This is really,
Different.
really good. You really started saying about the cultural dance during the wedding. Let's move to some cultural dances. What are some of the cultural dances in Balanda? And do they have like a specific season, like or a place where they usually perform it, or just take us through some of the dances that is there in the Balanda culture?
Okay. Some of the Balanda culture dances, we dance in funerals. When someone dies, we have our dance, we have especially songs, we sing and we dance. And then also after a period of mourning, maybe by 1 year, then we will make a big celebration which is called Karama. Then people will come to this place. And this time we are not coming to mourn, but we are coming to celebrate and to enjoy. So this is where people will begin the celebration, the dance from Friday evening. From Friday evening, we have our drums, and then as the shape, one big drum and then two by the side, and it will be hanged to a wood, and then the drumsticks will begin to beat, and the singer will sing, and people will sing, and then they go round the drum, as you can see the Balanda doing. So we enjoy these things in the at that night. And also there is a special dance that is for the youth. This is to warm people up. And then this one, we call it Bandala.
Bandala.
Yes. Boys will line queue up here, and the girls will queue up on the other side. So when we start, either the girls start or the boys start the dance. So you will go and pick one from there, and you come. You go and pick one from there and you come. Maybe you can just come and point by the finger.
I want
this one. So she will come after you to go and select another boy from there. As people are motivated and then they are warmed up, it will develop into excitement of even you can hug.
It's allowed?
It's allowed.
Hug is allowed.
Hug is allowed. So you hug, and most of the boys, they enjoy, the young one, they enjoy this. Sometimes a girl can be hugged and then thrown out of the line by the back, and then she has to go from the back to her line there, not in the middle here. So if you allowed yourself to be hugged like that, you will be thrown at the back.
Is there a meaning to that?
Is there a meaning that you must be what? You must be very careful. There is a technique of that.
Wow.
Especially skill for that. As a girl, you are coming, you only need to point your breast only.
So if they catch you,
you find yourself at the back of the line. And then you have to go from there. But if they don't catch you, you'll be proud here, going back dancing, making every skill that you have. You show people all your skills here. Because the floor is now open for you only. So you will go back, and then only you are accompanied by the boy whom you have selected. And he is going there. So this is Bandala. During that one, it warms us up. And then in the midnight, then we will go for the main dance. So all people will come and dance and sing, and our songs has got meaning. So they are also teaching people, they are also motivating people. So song after song, song after song, with different meanings until morning. Saturday also people will come at the night, will do the same thing. And then on Sunday is the final day. The final day will start at 3 o'clock afternoon, and then it will end at 6 o'clock. This is where most people will go, and only the people, the super scale singers and the drumsticks, they will be the only people that day to play for us. So people will dance when it is going to 6. The playground is crowded to the extent that people will not be able to move. So up to 6, and then they will whistle. There is a special bazingir. This is a soldier for the chief. He will be the one responsible. When he blows the whistles, then
it's over.
It is over. So the karama will finish, and then people will dispatch going to their home. The rest of the people will remain there. So this is one of the dances. Another dance, especially for us, we dance what we say Gaza.
I heard about.
You heard about
the Gaza.
If you see, sometimes Emmanuel Kembe can dance, and then he is mingling his legs like this. This is
it's actually one of my favorites.
This is called Gaza. So it is played in 2 occasions. One when we circumcise the boys, so as they finish with their period,
Yes.
and they are now being welcomed into the society, so we will arrange a festival for that.
Yeah.
So we will play this gaza, and they will be taken on the shoulder, and then we will go moving with them around the area, the village,
Yeah.
and even in the town, from house to house. Maybe the house of the uncle is somewhere there. We go, we dance there. We come a bit. We go to the house of the auntie, somewhere down there. Also, we dance there. We come to the main center here, and then after that, we will eat, and that is all.
Yeah.
But this gaza also can be played during the funeral, and only for a male, not for female. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, these are some of the special dances that we have. And what also I've forgotten to talk about is during the Karama also. It is on that very Sunday. There is a trumpet, that the local one that we use also to blow. It is called kanga.
Kanga.
Yes. So these people, they will come, and then they will begin to blow these things with a different sound, and then people will dance according to that sound. And this one is for relaxation only. Many people are sitting down, and then they are enjoying the classic music that is coming out from this kanga.
Wow.
Before, people will go to the main dance, which I told you about on Sunday.
Sunday, yes.
Yes.
Wow.
This is on Sunday
Monuma
also.
Kabir Jidun.
So kanga is there, is one of our tradition, and is what we use to make use of it.
Wow. This is really, really a great information to know. And me, I was just thinking, because I usually enjoy it when looking at Kembe's music and some of the traditional dance, and it's actually one of my favorites, the kanga.
Yeah.
Wow. So let's talk about
altogether have three different type of dances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do the Balanda people dress for the occasion, both men and women?
When we are coming from far, people were in that age, in that era, there were difficulties.
Yeah.
And we were not open to the world. So that is why most of our women, they were depending on the leaf. And the leaf of the tree, they can sew it in a way that they make a good piece of dress to cover their sensitive part of the body.
Wow. Wow.
And then men also may have a piece of cloth. But when we become open to the world, the outside world, so we were able to get dresses like reader and shirt. And then after that, people begin to develop, and then they will have the type of dress that we are having now. But we don't have any particular traditional type of dress that we may have. Our women, most of the time, during the celebration or what, they have what is called jobona, the bread, and then they have their bra, and then they will have this grass woven together, and then they will tie it on their waist.
Wow.
So that you find the shape of the woman, particularly with these things. But men are in their own uniform.
Yeah.
They don't have any specialty. Unless when there is a group of dancers, then they will go and design their own clothes so that they perform with it. But we don't have this type of traditional clothes coming from our ancestors there. We don't have.
Wow.
And we have adopted modern things very easily, and our people change up to now. So as we come to national dress that we do have as a Balanda, I don't change up to now.
Okay, great. This is really something that we all been looking for, the things that we really want to learn from you. and we have really learned so much from the time we started up to now.
Okay.
And like when you look, the purpose of this program is to make sure that we keep our culture and alive. So what is your message to the viewers watching you about keeping our culture, our good culture? Because there is some good culture that we need to pass it down to the next generation. What is your message to the viewers about culture?
Yes, our culture heritage is transmitted orally to the generation in form of songs, music, dance, and also some body marks and all these things. But nowadays, things like body marks, we are beginning to abandon it.
Yeah, true.
Because it is not appreciated. And then we are left now with these things like music and songs and some skills, this handcraft. Also, through this handcraft, we can communicate something. So these are some of the things that we are now using. So we want to impart all this knowledge to our young ones so that they continue developing it. Because if we don't impart it to them, it will disappear in the long run. And as to preserve the culture, mainly now we are depending on songs and music.
Music, yes. Wow.
That's why. So, but in the society, most of the people are not lover of music and society.
Yeah.
So they will also present theirs in another different way. Now we are beginning to have people who are also developing the habit of being a poet. And they do entertain us with their poems. And these poems are also educatable. It educates people a lot. And we have also other people now, they are forming society, like arts society, and from it they are producing a lot of things like netting, we call it like that. Netting, isn't it? They are doing it, and they are very skillful in all these things. So these are some of this. That is why I encourage them to continue observing this, continue learning this, and continue teaching young people with it, so that we don't lose our culture. As we are in an era that globalization is affecting us, is taking from us a lot. But before it can diminish us, let us make use of it also to transform ourselves into a generation that is coping up.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Ustaz, for coming through for us. We really enjoyed the session, and we're thankful that next time we will have you around with so many other elders so that we can also talk more about our culture.
Yeah, feel free. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, it was a great session with Ustaz. And one thing that I have learned here is that all our cultures are similar in one way or another, but we are still unique and beautiful in our different ways. Remember, this program is being brought to you by Culture Network and Veritas. And always keep it, your culture is your identity. See you next time. Bye.